If the idea of sitting around an open fire outside with all the mosquitoes is not appealing to you, but you still really love s'mores, why don't you try these indoor s'more recipes? I have 2 different kinds.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone! First recipe is for quick mini s'mores pies. The recipe asks for 6 4-inch pre-made mini graham pie crusts. I looked in several grocery stores in my area, couldn't find them. I could only find the large sized pre-made graham crusts, so I decided to make my own because I did have some little 4-inch aluminum tart tins or mini pie tins. So in that bowl is a 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs, 6 tablespoons of butter, and a 1/4 cup of sugar. The butter's melted, of course, and then I just stirred it all together until it was well combined. Then all you have to do is take some of this and press it into the bottom of a little tart tin. Now you could also make one large pie, or you could even put these in muffin tins, I think. So there is a little 4-inch aluminum pie tin. I have lightly greased it with cooking spray because I wasn't sure if these graham wafer crumbs were going to release easily, if I wanted to take them out of there. And then I just put a little bit of that graham wafer mixture into the bottom, and I pressed it in the bottom and pressed it up to the sides. So you have about 1/4 of an inch thickness all around. Now you take a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I put it in a small saucepan over medium-low heat. I heated the cream until it was hot. Then I added 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips and just stirred that around until the chocolate chips melted and combined with the cream to make a nice, shiny, glossy, and smooth ganache. You can do this in the microwave as well if you don't want to do this over the stove. You're going to place 2 tablespoons of that chocolate mixture into the bottom of your little pies. You can see how shiny that is. And then you're going to top it with a few miniature marshmallows. You'll need about 1/4 cup or so of mini marshmallows, just enough. Sprinkle some on top so that it covers the amount of chocolate you have there. Now I found this recipe in an air fryer cookbook, so I'm going to show you how I did it in my air fryer. You'll have to do them in batches unless you have a giant air fryer. Mine could hold 2 of them in my air fryer, and my air fryer is pretty big. So you have to do them in batches, but they heat up so quickly it's not going to take all that much time. Then you're going to set your air fryer to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and put the time for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, when you look at them, the marshmallows will just have started to get a nice light golden brown. They'll puff up a little bit and they are done. Let them cool at room temperature for a bit and then chill them. And once they're chilled, they pop out of those pie tins very easily. If you want to, you can eat them in the pie tins. In fact, you don't have to chill them. You can eat them while they're still warm if you want. It really depends on what you want to do. If you chill them and pop them out, you can pick them up and eat them with your hands if you want because they're small enough, but they're also very messy. But so are s'mores you make outside, so I guess messy comes with the territory when it comes to s'mores. And they are good. You've got the graham wafer crust, lovely chocolate layer with some marshmallows on top. Do they taste like the s'mores you make outside over a fire? Not really, but they are quite good. This second recipe is called Indoor S'mores. This recipe was sent to me by a subscriber of mine. Thank you, Vicinator. In a large saucepan, you'll place 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 package, about 11.5 ounces of chocolate chips, and 2/3 of a cup of light corn syrup. Now I used semi-sweet chocolate chips in mine, and you're going to cook this over a medium-low heat. Continue to cook and stir continuously until it starts to come to a simmer. And you'll know when you start to see bubbles coming up around the edges and a couple bubbles in the middle, you'll know that you've cooked it enough and you can take it off the heat. Keep an eye on it, keep stirring because you don't want that bottom to scorch. Once you take it off the heat, stir in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now for the next step of this recipe, you need 8 cups of golden graham cereal. Or if you're in Canada, croque graham doré. 8 cups is about an entire box of cereal, which is like 330 grams or so of golden graham cereal. Put them in a large bowl and then take the chocolate mixture and pour it on top of the golden graham cereal. Then you're going to quickly stir this together and you're just basically tossing it to coat. You want all the little pieces to have some chocolate on them. Just be gentle because you don't want to break the cereal up into tiny pieces either. Then once your cereal is nicely coated, it's time to blend in 3 cups of mini marshmallows and stir those in. Stir quickly. You want the marshmallows to be spread throughout the mixture, and you want to do it quick enough so that the marshmallows don't completely melt. I put mine in 2 different editions. Then prepare a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. I grease mine with a little bit of cooking spray. Pour in your mixture and then spread it out. I use a spatula just to flatten it out so that it is firmly packed into the bottom of the pan. And you can see the marshmallows do melt a little bit, but they're still fairly intact. And then finally, you just, if you want, you can sprinkle on additional marshmallows on the top just so that it looks nice. And then let it chill until it's completely cooled. Cut it into pieces. If you refrigerate it, it'll be a little bit easier to cut the pieces, but I do recommend that you serve this at room temperature, just a little bit easier to eat. And that's all there is to it. Super fast. Now these also have the flavor of s'mores because you have all the elements of a s'more in there. They're nice and crunchy, and golden graham cereal is like really good. So I think you'll like these if you give these a try. Once again, do they taste like the kind that you make outside? Not really, but they're a pretty good substitution if you want to make them indoors. I have a dessert bar playlist that has a lot of videos on it. It's a lot of great recipes that you may want to try. Thank you so much for watching.